KeV Pasta YouTube. I was just impersonating 6 foot hacks there. So yeah. But anyway, I have an OU battle here against Prince KeV, and we actually did this battle twice. This is the second of the two. And if you actually look at his team, being Landorus, Empoleon, Heatron, Tyranitar, Blastoise, Mega Blastoise, and Ferrothorn, then you look at my team, just look at one mon, Mega Medicham runs through his entire team. I have Ice Punch, so the first battle we had, first turn, hit his Landorus with an Ice Punch, and it was just downhill from there. But we had a second battle because we wanted to redo it, and here it is. So with that being said, we're gonna get this thing started. He's gonna start out with that same Landorus. I'm actually gonna start out with my Ferrothorn this battle. First battle, I started out with Mega Medicham, so it was just literally downhill from turn one. So with that being said, first turn, me and KeV, we're both gonna get up our rocks, Stealth Rocks first turn. With that being said, he's gonna switch out his Landorus into his own Ferrothorn. I'm actually gonna go for the Leech Seed, which clearly does not affect Ferrothorn. So with that being said, following turn, I'm gonna switch out into my own Blacephalon. And I'm actually gonna switch right into a Thunder Wave. I did not want to switch into a Thunder Wave, but with that being said, it's good to scout that out because, like I said, Medicham runs through his entire team. And with that being said, I outspeed all his mons, so I'm kind of got to watch out for that Thunder Wave. I don't want to get my Mega Medicham paralyzed. So with that being said, I'm going to switch out my Blacephalon into my Greninja. He's going to bring in his Tyranitar. He's going to get his Sand up. He's gonna switch out that same Tyranitar as I have my Greninja. I'm just gonna go ahead and get up some hazards, get up one layer of spikes, and after I get up that layer of spikes, I'm actually gonna get out of here. I'm not gonna U-turn, of course, because I'm not trying to take Iron Barb damage. So I'm gonna go right back into my Blacephalon here as he goes for the Leech Seed, which is okay. I kind of couldn't Shadow Ball on most of his team besides the Tyranitar. Like, so that's pretty much a move I could have went for here, or I can go for pretty much any other move. Shadow Ball is probably the best middle ground move, either that or pretty much just sacking him off with the Mind Blown here. And it actually caught me by surprise that I one-hit KO'd this Empoleon with Mind Blown. So going with Mind Blown there turned out to be the best play possible I could probably make. Being paralyzed, it wasn't that much use for my Blacephalon pretty much anymore anyway, basically being at -1 because he was scarfed. So I'm going to bring in my Greninja here. I'm not sure if he thought I was just going to go for a layer of spikes or U-turn or something like that, but I ended up just catching his Landorus pretty much head on and going for the skull. And his Landorus pretty much was kind of a median for Mega Medicham, just because it can just get off Intimidates and get me at -1, -2, however he was trying to play it. But with that being said, him losing his Landorus, he's going to bring in his Ferrothorn. I'm going to go ahead and just get up another layer of spikes, and I'm actually going to pay for this and get Thunder Wave. But if you look at his team, the Ninja kind of, I mean, he can hit the Tyranitar maybe, and but he pretty much can't get rid of his other mons as he already got rid of Landorus. So after he paralyzes me, he's gonna go ahead and hit me up with the Leech Seed there, and after he hits me up with the Leech Seed, he's gonna withdraw Ferrothorn as I get fully paralyzed. So I was gonna go straight for the Dark Pulse just to get as much damage off as possible on that Ferrothorn. Following turn, I decided to go for the spikes. So that is a second layer of spikes I do have up. At the same time, this Mega Blastoise very well probably does have Rapid Spin. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and switch right into my Tornadus. I actually just started using this Tornadus, and he is max HP, max special defense, and of course he does have Regenerator, and he's been putting in a lot of work. Like Regenerator mons are slowly becoming some of my favorite type of mons to use, just because they just cause a hassle with them gaining HP back every time they switch in and out. So he's going to go for a Rapid Spin, get rid of my spikes. He's gonna bring in his Tyranitar here. I'm gonna knock off his Lumberry. In hindsight, I don't know which item he had before the knockoff, but Lumberry is not an item I'm really worried about. So I wish I had just went for the U-turn, just not really caring about this item ahead of time. But hindsight, you know, 2020. So I knocked off his Lum Berry, then I went for the U-turn. I switched right into my Ferrothorn. He's gonna go for the Dragon Dance, and this is a little bit scary. I mean, not entirely too much, because I was thinking he had the Earthquake, so if he goes for the Earthquake, he can hit me without making contact, and I do have Rocky Helmet plus the Iron Bars. But he ends up going for the Crunch, and he's going to be taking that extra damage from the Iron Bars and the Rocky Helmet. And with that being said, I'm going to go for the Gyro Ball and end up knocking out this Tyranitar. And after I knocked out this Tyranitar, I decided to just sack off my Ferrothorn at this point, because the remainder of the battle, if I can just get a free switch into my Mega Medicham, at this point I can just start picking up KOs. So I am going to bring out that Mega Medicham, and I'm going to go straight for the Drain Punch as I make it evolve. I'm going to make it evolve here and just go straight for the Drain Punch. There's nothing this Heatron can pretty much do about that. So I'm going to go for the Drain Punch. One hit KO it. I am going to take some Rocky Helmet damage from the Heatron, as he is holding the Rocky Helmet. So he's going to come out with his Mega Blastoise, and on the off chance I can't one hit KO this thing, I kind of want to just play around it a bit. So I'm going to bring in my Tornadus here and take a Water Pulse very well. Like I said, I am max HP, max special defense. Another one probably could knock me out, so I am going to go for the U-turn here. Go for the U-turn. I'm going to bring in my Greninja, who is paralyzed, and like I said, at this point there's really not much he can do. So with the Greninja taking the Water Pulse, he is going to go down. And with that being said, I can just bring back in my Tornadus. And I believe this is where I missed. Maybe I think I missed my Hurricane, or maybe that was the first battle. So he's gonna bring back in his Ferrothorn, and I actually went for my Z move here, the Supersonic Sky Strike. And with that being said, I'm probably gonna do a whole bunch of damage to this incoming Ferrothorn. So I'm going to do the Supersonic Sky Strike and get him about under half, a little bit under 50%. After that, I'm going to go for the Taunt, just so he can't get up Thunder Wave or Leech Seed or anything like that. Like I said, Thunder Wave on my Mega Medicham would have kind of been bad, just because his mons couldn't start outspeeding my Mega Medicham. And right now, since they can't outspeed it at all, I kind of just run through his entire team. So with that being said, I am going to bring in my Mega Medicham with his last two mons being Ferrothorn and Blastoise. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Drain Punch and hit up this Ferrothorn. And right before this final attack, I told myself I wasn't gonna go for the Drain Punch again, just because it was a good KO chance. But I just told myself I'm gonna go for the Psycho Cut, just in case I can get a crit. And I actually did get a crit, just because, you know, Psycho Cut has a higher crit ratio than like Drain Punch or any other regular move. So I went for the Psycho Cut and actually got the crit and knocked out the Mega Blastoise, and that was the 2-0 victory. Actually, the first match was a 2-0 victory as well. Just Medicham kind of put on a show at the end, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, if you look at this entire team, Mega Medicham it was just pretty much a bad matchup overall. So I'll probably have another rematch against KeV very soon. And with that being said, if you did enjoy that quick battle, please hit that like button and subscribe, and make sure you share, and thanks for doing that, as I much appreciate it. And with that being said, 2 videos on the end screen, and goodbye.